Good morning, students. We'll continue with the last part of the story Chandni. So we know that there's Abu Khan. He has got goats as pets, but all of them leave him because they want to go to the hills and enjoy their freedom. Now, all of them are killed by the wolf. And finally, Abu Khan gets a small goat and he names her Chandni, and he keeps her, gives her good food, tells her good stories, and Chandni is enjoying her life with Abu Khan. But then she also wants to go to the hills, and she tells Abu Khan, but Abu Khan says the wolf is there and it would kill you, and he puts her into a hut. But the window of that hut is open, and during the night she escapes. So what happens after that? Let's read. Chandni reached the hills. So she's reached the hills now. It seemed to her that the old hills were standing in a row to welcome her, and she feels that the hills are welcoming her. She felt like a child meeting her parents after years of separation. And to her, freedom is like meeting your parents after a long time. Wherever she went, the tall grass rose to embrace her. Embrace is when you put your arms around each other. That is when you hug each other. The flowers bloomed. Bloomed is blossomed to amuse her. Amuse is entertain. And she is enjoying her freedom. And the wind sang an endless song of welcome. So this is the first time in her life she is away from Abu Khan's captivity. That is from the compound of Abu Khan. She was in sort of a prison, but now this is the first day as a free person, as a free goat. How different all this was from her past in the prison house of Abu Khan's compound. And she's feeling, how different is this? There I was tied to the rope, and here I can roam around, I can go anywhere. It was the happiest day in Chandni's life. That day she played for hours on the grassy slopes of the hills, and she is enjoying her freedom. She met a herd of wild goats who asked her to join their group. So she is a pet goat and she meets some wild goats, and they say, join me, join us, why? But Chandni politely refused. She said no, she wanted to enjoy her new freedom all by herself. She wanted to enjoy this new freedom all by herself, all alone. She didn't want any company, but she was having fun. First time in her life she is free. And I have told you, students, there is nothing more important than freedom for all living things. All living things are born free. Freedom is our birthright. In Hindi we say आज़ादी हमारा जन्म सिद्ध अधिकार है. In English we say freedom is our birthright. So now it is evening, the sun disappeared behind the hills, and soon darkness enveloped the grass. Enveloped is covered everything. Everything is dark now. The flowers and the trees. The wind also stopped blowing, and there was stillness. Stillness is everything was quiet all around. So everything was quiet except for a strange sound, unusual sound which was coming from the bushes. Bushes are small plants. The sound was like a grunt. Grunt is the sound made by an animal, especially like pig or maybe a wolf. What was it? It wasn't Abu Khan's voice calling her back to the compound. So she's guessing what is this voice? It is not Abu Khan's voice. Nor was it the voice of another goat, and it is not the voice of another goat also. Then Chandni thought of the dangerous wolf who lived in the hills, and now she remembers that Abu Khan had told her that there is a wolf and she would be killed if she goes to the hills. She felt scared. Scared is afraid. Should she go back to the safety of Abu Khan's hut? Now she is thinking, should I go back to Abu Khan's place? No, she said to herself. Death in an open field is far better than life in a small hut. And she feels that even if I die here, it is better than living in a prison. The wolf had come out of the bushes. Now the voice was of the wolf, and it had come out of the bushes and was staring greedily, hungrily at Chandni. His eyes were shining like burning coals in the darkness. And animals' eyes, they normally shine during the night. He seemed in no hurry. He was not in a hurry to kill Chandni. Why? Because he knew the new goat was his. He knew he would be able to kill this new small goat. The wolf and the goat sized up each other, and they looked at each other and tried to gaze how strong the other person is. That is called sizing up. So all of you know the wolf was big and ferocious. Ferocious is dangerous, khatarnak. Whereas the goat, though healthy, Chandni was healthy because she was being taken good care by Abu Khan, was small. So here we know the size of the wolf is very big and the size of Chandni is small. But students, remember, but small is not weak. It doesn't mean if you are small you are weak. I'll give you an example of an ant. Ant is such a tiny creature, such a small creature, but it can carry 10 times its own weight. Chandni stood firm on her legs, head slightly bent. So now she is ready to fight, and horns jutting out, and horns, they are coming out of the head, and she's bent her head so that she can fight the wolf. She was a picture of courage, and it shows that Chandni is not ready to give up. She's accepted the challenge to fight the wolf. And how does she look? She looked like a brave soldier ready to fight a treacherous enemy. Enemy is your foe, dushman. F-O-E. Treacherous is a person who is not loyal, disloyal, a person who is not faithful, unfaithful. I must put up a good fight, Chandni thought. I will fight. I will fight like a soldier. Success or failure is a matter of luck or chance. See how courageous Chandni is. She says, whether I win or lose, that is a matter of luck or chance. What is important is that I should give a good fight. So, students, will continue with this story in my next video. Thank you and have a nice day.